Thank you for joining in. We'll be starting in just 1 minute, waiting for more people to join. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Expert Hour by LeapScholar. My name is Saket, and I'll be your host, and I'll be answering your questions as well today. Plus, we have a very, very special guest coming for today's session from all the way from UK, Rajeev. So I'll introduce him briefly. He joins us in around 15-20 minutes. And until then, just let me know in the chat box if you can hear me, if you can see me. Hello, Kamal. Hello, Divich. So we had a comment by Mimi Pooks, waiting patiently, right? I hope you joined in, Mimi. Guys, just let me know where are you joining from in the comments box. And before we start, there is a link which is floating in your chat box. If you can see, it's by LeapScholar Study Abroad Expert. So if you enroll with me in today's session, you'll get exclusive benefit. That is personal guidance from me. So we are running personalized sessions with students who are enrolling with us. And I have done a couple of sessions earlier this week as well. And there is one more session which is scheduled at 6 p.m. today. That is 2 hours from now. And if you enroll today, we'll send you a link, after this session ends. It will be a Zoom link ideally, and you can speak to me directly on a video call one-on-one and discuss your profiles. So if you want to speak to me directly, there is a link which is floating in the chat box. Just click on that link and enroll. And it's pretty affordable. Not only you get to speak to me, but you also get all the benefits that LeapScholar has to offer, which is a personalized counselor, and they'll help you with shortlisting universities, your courses. They'll help you with your visas, applications, and lots more. So make sure that you join the session scheduled at 6, but before that, you have to enroll with us. Cool. Hello, Sura Singh. Hello. Lavi is joining from Barnala. Well, I'm located very close to you, Lavi. I live in Chandigarh. Hi, Amit. Hello. Guys, just let me know if you are able to hear me clearly, and you can start posting your questions as well. And we'll have a special guest joining us within a few minutes from now. Cool. So shall we start with today's presentation? So it's very interesting, a very interesting session today because we'll be talking about IELTS waivers. So IELTS is one thing which a lot of students are kind of not really comfortable giving, or I would say they have, what I would say is IELTS jitters. So, but thankfully within the UK, if you want to apply to even top universities, many universities will offer IELTS waivers. But I think a lot of people just know that IELTS waivers are only offered to CBSE and ISC students. But what if I tell you that's not the case? There are a lot of universities in the UK, including the top ones, that will also offer IELTS waivers to state board students as well. So we'll be focusing on this topic and lots more in today's session. So let us start. Cool. So which programs qualify for IELTS waiver? So it can be a bachelor's degree, it can be a master's degree, it can be a PhD as well. However, there would be certain conditions attached to it. So bachelor's degrees, right after you graduate from a 12th standard, you can get IELTS waivers for a bachelor's degree. Masters, yes, most universities will accept your 12th grade English scores for a waiver for their master's programs as well. But usually most universities would want that the difference between the time difference between your 12th standard, like when you passed out from your 12th standard, to when you start your masters should not be ideally more than 5 years. So if that's the case, you can get an IELTS waiver as well. PhDs, limited options, but again, yes, a lot of PhD students are also able to get IELTS waivers in the UK. So we'll discuss that shortly. Cool. Guys, in the meanwhile, you can also start, posting your questions in the chat box. And just to clarify that the kind of questions you post, make sure they're exhaustive. They should contain all the information I would need. Make sure that you list your detailed profile. That will help me to give you a proper answer. So start posting your questions in the chat box. Moving on to the next slide now. So what are the conditions? Basically, if I talk about conditions, so there are certain boards which are applicable, which can get state board waivers in the UK, and that I'll cover in the later slide. Which all boards, students from which all boards can get English waivers. Number two, if you have a degree from an English-speaking country, so that includes US, Canada, New Zealand, UK, Australia, Ireland, all these countries. If you have a degree from these kind of universities or these kind of countries, you can get an IELTS waiver in the UK. Number three, MOI on medium of instruction. So some universities may also offer you IELTS waivers based on your the university you studied in India. But however, make sure that you check with the university first, because not many universities will give you MOI, but some universities they do. Ideally, we're looking at 70% and above in English, in your 12th grade English, to get an IELTS waiver for most boards. For certain state boards, the requirement can be a little bit higher. So do check with the university first, and once you apply, most universities will be happy to give you waiver. And if not, they'll mention it in your offer letter that the IELTS has to be given. Next up, which boards are accepted. So pretty important stuff here. So CBSE and ISC, like I said, most universities will give you IELTS waivers, CBSE and ISC students. West Bengal board is also widely being accepted by most universities in the UK. Maharashtra board is also accepted. Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana, and Madhya Pradesh. So these are the major states wherein most universities will accept IELTS waivers. They'll give you IELTS waivers. However, there are certain regions in India wherein IELTS waivers are not applicable, such as Bihar, Chhattisgarh, UP, then Himachal, Haryana, Punjab, and Gujarat. So these are the states wherein IELTS waivers are not really possible. I'm so sorry for that. But again, that's the direction which most UK universities follow as per the UKVI rules. And but apart from that, these states you can very well get IELTS waivers. Cool. Guys, just let me know in the comments, what's your profile, so that I can, now you can also start posting your questions so that I can answer your, questions in details, and we'll have a guest joining with us in a few minutes. Talking about IELTS waivers. So how do we apply? So to apply for an IELTS waiver, it's pretty simple. So UK as a country will accept conditional offers. So they offer conditional offers as well. So if you apply, with your mark sheets, even if you don't have your final year mark sheets, that's totally fine. You apply with your mark sheets, one statement of purpose, two letters of recommendation, and you don't submit an IELTS score. If the university offers IELTS waivers, it will be mentioned in your conditional offer letter. If the university wants you to take IELTS, then it will be mentioned in your conditional offer as well. Also, make sure that when you apply, especially when we talk about top universities, it's very important that you highlight your English language skills a little bit, not much, in your statement of purpose as well. It kind of helps. So do that, and we'll cover more on that later when I start answering questions by you guys. So I hope this resolves most of your queries. Talking about your questions now. So let's get to the questions now. So I don't want to waste a lot of time on presentation. So mention your preferred country, where you want to study, mention your preferred course, mention your preferred intake, and what's your budget range. And have you taken the IELTS or not? And if you have taken the IELTS, mention the score. Now, there would be a lot of students who would have given TOEFL, PT, or some other exam, like OET is getting very popular now. So a lot of UK universities will accept these kind of, English language tests as well. Cool. So before Rajeev joins, One more time. If you guys enroll today, that is from the link in the chat box. You get personalized guidance from me. So I'm holding one session at 6 p.m. That is 2 hours from now. And if you enroll today from that link, which is floating in the chat box, you get to speak to me directly in person on a video call, and you can ask all the queries you have in person. That will give you a lot more, I would say, clarity on what you should pursue. So yeah, make sure you enroll from the link in the chat box. So it's right there. Cool. I'll take one question before Rajeev joins. So I have a question from Amit. Sir, I'm from Karnal. I have completed Haryana State Board 12th, 87% in English. Amit, while you have a very good English score, but unfortunately, UK universities, they do not accept Haryana State Board. So I think you would have to appear for IELTS exam. If you don't find IELTS comfortable, you can also check out PT or TOEFL. Most UK universities would be happy to accept that too. Next up, we have a question from Lavi. I have completed my 12th non-medical, 55% in 2019. Which course will be best for me? Okay, Lavi, so there's one problem here. What have you been doing after your 12th standard? So you completed your 12th standard in 2019, and after that, now it's 2022. So what you've been doing after that, it's almost, I would say, 3 years gap now, because gap, as long as it is justified, it can be justified, it would be okay. But with 3 year gap, I think the major pain point for you, which we would have to address, is why do you have such a gap? And most universities don't really accept gap after 12th. The reason being, a 12th standard qualification does not qualify you to get into a job, a skilled job. So work experience is something we cannot really kind of justify your gap with. So I would advise you to enroll with us and discuss your profile in detail. With 55%, the courses would be very, very limited, especially in the UK as well, and in Canada as well, for that matter. But again, your profile is tricky, so just get in touch with us and we can help you better. I hope that answers your question. Cool. Next up, we have a question from Mihir. I have 89 marks in MP board. Okay, Mihir, some universities will be happy to offer you IELTS waivers. So for that, I would advise you to get in touch with us for an application, and we can submit your application without an IELTS score. And if the university gives you an IELTS waiver, you don't have to give IELTS. I hope that answers your question. Next up, we have a question from Surya. Getting into public universities of Switzerland, Norway, France require IELTS. Hey Rajeev, I'll just let you in just 2 minutes. Yes, you're audible. Cool. Surya, just answering your question a bit. Uh, Let me welcome Rajeev. Right. So here we have, guys, we have Rajeev with us, joining us all the way from UK. Hey Rajeev, how are you?
Yeah, hi Saket, hi everyone.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, thank you very much. Nice to see you as well.
Cool. So yeah, before I introduce Rajeev to you, so I was just quickly answering Surya's question. So Surya was asking, getting into public universities of Switzerland, Norway, France require IELTS or not? Usually, IELTS is not a requirement in the European universities, but however, some universities may ask for this, and that will vary from university to university. So let's say some universities in Germany, they would ask for IELTS, some will not. So you would have to ideally check with a particular university before you apply. Cool. Guys, we have Rajeev with us, joining us all the way from UK. Rajeev is a data scientist and he works with Barclays. And yeah, so we've done a video before together, scope of IT in the UK. So if you guys are looking to study IT in the UK, you can check out our video on our channel. Welcome, Rajeev. Welcome to the session.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Ankit.
Cool. So Rajiv, we were discussing, basically, the IELTS waivers basically for Indian students in the UK right now. So a lot of universities are giving IELTS waivers, and I also did a lot of videos with, some UK universities like Durham and Manchester Met and Greenwich. A lot of universities are actually offering IELTS waivers to state board students as well.
I
So
think
that is the
that's
whole agenda.
yeah.
So when you went to the UK, was this the case, or you gave IELTS?
And I did give the IELTS. There was a
Okay.
no waiver thing, and yeah, I did have to give the IELTS.
Right. So, guys, I think you have it here. You've got the answer. Uh, it's the right time to apply for UK, and because even if you graduated from a state board and you have good score in your English, you can definitely get an IELTS waiver.
I think so. It's a wonderful opportunity for the students. Means if you're having this waiver, so you don't have to give one extra exam, and then you can get the admission directly to the universities. So I think it's a really good thing which is
Right,
happening right
and
now.
plus, I think you save a lot of money on coaching as well, and plus, I think the IELTS exam costs around 15,000 rupees, so you save a
Yeah,
lot of money there.
and you're saving time as well. Means because you have to invest a lot of time other than instead of putting all this time and preparing for IELTS, you could have learned a new skills or something which might help you while you're studying
Right.
in this.
Right. Rajiv, on that note, I have a question for you. So, Ali is asking, I have completed my bachelor's in hospitality. So, which course would be beneficial for me for master's to get a work permit in the UK?
If you have completed your course in hospitality, then definitely I would suggest you to think about the courses related to management side, because within the hospitality industry, if you're a chef, I don't know whether you have completed something related to the chef, and then definitely that's a very good option which you can pick, because the demand for the chefs within the UK market is really high, and the
Yeah.
work permits and means every restaurant means you can go to the various restaurants within the UK, and everybody's looking for the head chefs, everybody's looking for the professional chefs, and the work permits are so easy for to get for the chefs. But if you haven't done something related to this, if you have done something related to the managerial side within the hospitality industry, then definitely you can think about doing something project management side of courses, or you can try to do something related to masters in hospitality management or management side of it, because then
Right.
you are managing the restaurant, you are managing, there are a lot of opportunities as well, means where you can find the sponsors where they are offering the sponsorship jobs.
Right.
So
And yeah.
yeah, you carry
So
on,
you
sorry.
Yeah, cool. So Ali, yeah, I think I hope that answers your question. And in case you're interested, and like I think Rajiv also said that chefs are like one profession which are like always in demand. And I believe Rajiv, chefs are like in skill shortage as well, right? Is it?
Yeah, it's in skills shortage list, and it's because Indian chefs or Asian chefs, if we talk about, means they are always in demand over here. And if you see the current food market trend, the Asian food are coming on the top of the list. Means the people
Right.
are going more into the Asian
Yeah.
restaurants to their
Yeah.
weekend meals, or twice or
Right.
thrice in a week. So
Right. And I believe
that's a
I believe chicken tikka is now the official dish of UK as well, right?
yeah,
As per BBC.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Cool.
absolutely correct. Means if people love hair. Means if you ask anyone, means if you hear a word about India, if you hear a word India, for example, straight away they say, okay, the first thing comes in tikka, chicken tikka.
Yeah.
Because I
Chicken
did
tikka.
one
Right.
video where I asked people, what comes in your mind when you hear the word India? They'll say chicken tikka and
Yeah.
different countries. They have a lot of languages, these kind of things. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Cool. So Ali, for you, I would recommend you can check out University of Surrey. They have a really good hospitality school, and it's ranked amongst top 20 in the world, if I'm not wrong. So do check them out. I'm also releasing a video with University of Surrey, wherein I speak with someone from the university, and it's going to be on YouTube shortly. So do keep an eye on that. Cool. Okay, guys. Before I proceed further, just to give you one more reminder, uh, we have this offer right here for you. You get a personalized guidance from me. So I'm holding one session at 6 p.m., which is again, I think, 1.5 hours from now, wherein I'll be speaking to students directly one-on-one. So there is a link which is floating in your chat box. Go sign up and you speak to me one-on-one. Cool. Enough of selling myself, and I'll get back to the questions. Uh, uh, cool. Ritvik, total cost, basically, you just have to pay 199 right now from the payment page and nothing else. I hope that answers your question. Next up, we have a question from Ridhima, and she's asking that MBA requires minimum 3 years of experience, but the 12th marks gap should be not more than 5 years for IELTS waiver. How do I get admission in the UK or Singapore? Well, I think in that case, Ridhima, MBA, obviously, if you look at top MBAs, definitely, if I say like Sheffield or Durham or all these top universities, they would require 3 years of experience. So in that case, usually IELTS waivers are not applicable, and most universities do not offer IELTS waivers for MBAs anyway. However, IELTS waivers will be applicable to freshers MBAs, so you can check a few universities out. So yeah, you would have to give IELTS for that. On that note, Rajiv, what's the current scope for MBA in UK? So like of course, what kind of universities and colleges would you recommend generally to students?
I think in regards to the MBA, it's totally depends what sort of how much is your budget. This is the one question which comes in the mind while you're thinking about MBA, while you're talking about MBA, because the MBA is one of those subject means one university might be offering for £15,000 just the fees, but on the other side, if you see Warwick University, they might be offering MBA for like £40,000. So that's one thing. And the thing is, what you need to consider means, as you just said, the experience wise means if you have ample amount of experience, then definitely you can go for an executive MBA sort of thing as well. Means where you will in more detail about while dealing with the senior stakeholders, management, all those kind of things. So that's something you can consider. Means if you are thinking that you can invest something 30,000, 35,000 pounds, then definitely executive MBA might be very helpful. Other than that, means I think there's a scope is quite good, but with the MBA itself, if you have done MBA from any university within the UK, the one thing which I believe personally you should be having is a very effective or very good communication skills. Because without having a good communication skills, it's really difficult to get into the job market in the senior man. Because when you have completed MBA, the person thinks that I will be doing some sort of a managerial jobs or some sort of a senior management related jobs. Then definitely, if you want to get into that field, then you have to have a very good communication skills, because you are competing with the people who are applying for the same jobs, who lives in the UK from their childhood. So definitely, you if you are having that good sort of communication skills, then it will help you. And so if university wise, if you think that which universities are good for the MBAs, then definitely I personally believe that Warwick universities offer quite good MBA, but that's quite expensive. Other than that, I think the Glasgow University of Edinburgh, they offer quite good MBAs, and North University. So some of these universities, but having said that, other universities do offer the good MBAs as well. But always check their modules. This is what I always suggest to the students. Always check the modules, what they are offering. Might be one university is charging £30,000, but the other university who is charging £20,000 might be they are offering the similar sort of modules. So that's where you can give you £10,000 and you say, okay, if the modules are same, similar sort of things, this university is not offering any placements, this university is not offering any placements, so I can learn from here. And so that's in the ranking. If you talk about the ranking wise, means MBAs from the university rankings, then when you are sitting in the interview in front of the interviewer, when I interview someone, I never see means which university they have studied from. I just see the skill, how skillful that person is, whether any university it is. But if this person is from Oxford, Cambridge, Warwick universities, then definitely the first glimpse or first
obviously
what we think about that person is that might be that person is quite knowledgeable or something, because they come from the very reputed university. So that's where it matters a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're correct there, because I think if we hear like someone from like you said, Oxford or Cambridge, we automatically assume that getting into these universities is so difficult that maybe this person is blessed with some really good intellectual capabilities that actually got into that university in first place.
Yeah,
so
that's correct.
Right. So I think, guys, I hope that answers your questions for a lot of students who are looking for MBA in the UK. So yeah, in terms of fee, you can get a university as less as £15,000 for the whole course, which is 15 lakh rupees for the MBA. And the most expensive MBA in the UK, I think currently is London Business School, which is again a world second MBA, ranked second. and it will cost you approximately 95 lakh rupees. So yeah, you have a wide variety. So depending on your budget and your and of course, LBS will require a GMAT score of 700 plus higher, plus a very, very good, academic record. So just see whatever suits you. A lot of things we need to consider before we actually take the decision. Cool. Rajiv, I have a next question from Akash. Tourism and no IELTS, and he wants to go for 2023 intake. The budget is around 20 to 12 lakhs. So UK as a country, how's it for tourism? I think I don't need to answer. I think London is the third most visited city in the world. I think I was just watching a video this morning. It said around 19 million people visit London every year, which is a big number.
90,000. I think you said 90,000 or
19 million every year.
90 million. Okay, 90 million is a quite big number. Yeah,
19.
Sorry. Okay, 19. Yeah. Okay, 19 million. Yeah, it's Saket, you are absolutely right. Means in regards to the tourism sector wise, I think UK is a good hotspot. Means if you see about London, Edinburgh, and these Glasgow, within Scotland, we have some cities where people do visit quite a lot. And Shakespeare Village, where I live, I don't live that far from Shakespeare Village, which is Stratford-upon-Avon. A lot of people come there, and I was quite shocked when I visited there. Means, and I did ask some of the local shopkeepers, means how many tourists do come into the city. They said, oh, it's always fully packed during time. And I think this is where, means, because the location of the UK itself, it's quite good. It's quite close to Europe, and it's in between, in center of. If you are traveling to Canada, then you think, okay, I'll take a stop over to London, stay there for like a couple of days, and then go to Canada or US, this kind of thing. So if you want to do something in regards to tourism sector, and the degree from UK itself will help you a lot. But in the job prospects wise, it's ample. It's so much, and you can find jobs easily in multiple sectors, and it's good. Means if you will learn a lot while you're doing a degree in tourism from here itself.
Right. Cool. So Akash, I hope that answers the question. But again, within 10 to 12 lakh rupees, if I talk about a master's degree, I think most universities will cost you somewhere in the range of 15 to 20. So that would be the budget I would be looking at for UK tourism masters. I hope that answers the question. You can also sign up with us and get a detailed shortlist of the universities you wish to apply for. Cool. Next up, we have a question from Mihir again. And yeah, I think Mihir, you already discussed that you have 89% in your LP board and 7.5 bands in UKVI. So I think it's pretty good score, I think. What do you think, Rajeev?
Yeah, 7.5 is awesome. It's really good.
Right. So I think, Mihir, you should start applying right now. I'm not really sure which intake you're looking at, but let's say even if you're looking at September, fall intake 2023, Ucas will open in September. That is 15 September. And it closes in January for most top universities if you wish to apply. So start preparing now, get in touch with us, and we can help you with your applications. Cool. Next up, Akhil Rajkumar, are the waivers only applicable to the UK? So I think, Rajiv, I'll take up this question.
Okay.
Yeah, so waivers, yes, there are a few other countries as well wherein waivers are possible. There are a few countries which will not require IELTS at all. So like Germany would be one case. However, one English-speaking country wherein IELTS waivers are possible, that is Australia. Again, that will vary from person to person, and the university will not will look at it from case to case basis, Akhil. So UK is one country which is let's say University of Bristol will give you an IELTS waiver if you have an 80% in your 12th grade English. But again, if you apply to a certain university in Australia, they would have to look at your overall profile and other things, and then they'll be able to decide. So it's done from case to case basis, unlike the UK. Cool. Next up, I have Rajiv. I think this question will be very relevant to you. 6.5 bands overall. Which country I choose? I've done bachelor's in IT, so I think you are from the same background. What will you suggest?
Yeah, I think if you have 6.5 band overall, and then I think IELTS wise, you are okay for probably around 80% or 75% universities might consider you, giving you the admission with the band of 6.5. I'm not sure about Canada, and because you mentioned here which country to choose from, so I'm not sure means how many universities can offer you the place within Canada. But yeah, I'm 100% sure there must be many universities who are offering or who can offer you the courses with 6.5 band. And if you're thinking to do something, if you have done a bachelor in IT, I'm not sure means what's your what you want to do for masters. Are you more inclined towards data science or cyber security or computer programming or software engineering? Means what sort of means, because they are IT had a very broader and
Yeah,
branches, means you pick any out of it. So wherever whichever country you pick, I think your band shouldn't be an issue. 6.5 is quite good. It's not that bad. And if you're thinking about the university, which university you can pick it out, then there are multiple options. As I always say in the past, that see their modules. If you are looking for data science courses or data analytics courses, then just check out their modules and what sort of modules they are offering. Are they in trend as per the current market? So this is what one thing you can analyze. Other than that, what you can do, if you're not sure which country to pick, I think this is a very
yeah,
difficult question for myself to answer. Even itself is a difficult question itself for the students to select one country specifically. Means because when I came here in the UK, I do have this confusion in my mind about, means I wanted to go to Ireland, I wanted to go to Australia and UK, and I was so confused which country should I pick it. So, but then I just analyze all the countries on the basis of what sort of different facilities or what sort of different fees of the universities, and what's the lifestyle and what sort of the future prospects of the PR. So these are the different comparison which you can do by yourself. And I think you are the right person to do these things by yourself. And then once you decide that whether you want to go ahead with the UK or Canada, whatever it is country, then definitely people like LeapScholar might help you out to select the right university on the basis of your interest, means which field of IT you want to go ahead. And then,
right,
as I said, you check the modules. Even if the LeapScholar says that, okay, these three universities are the one which we are suggesting you to pick out from, then you can check out their modules on the basis of your interest and
right,
as per the market trend as well. So this is how
right,
you can do it. And countries are all are good. Just do your comparison. I think
right,
that's what I suggest.
right. Cool. So, guys, on that note, again, reminding you to sign up for Leap Scholar. So there's a link which is floating in your chat box. So if you sign up today, there's a session which is happening at 6, which I'm taking, and I'll be speaking to students one-on-one. So if you want to speak to me personally on a Zoom call, enroll now, and we'll be sharing the links with you after this session ends. So just be patient, enroll, and it's just 199 rupees, very, very affordable. You get all the other Leap Scholar benefits as well. So make sure you sign up. Cool. Let us get back to the questions now. So Kunal Khandelwal, 12th with Maharashtra State Board, 78 in English. Kunal, a lot of universities will offer you IELTS waivers because Maharashtra State Board is one of the few state boards in India which is accepted by most universities, including the top ones. Uh, I believe Sheffield, University of Sheffield, which is I think Durham, which are Russell Group universities. Bristol may also accept Maharashtra State Board. So these are the really top universities in the UK, a part of the Russell Group, and they rank amongst top 100 in the world. So if these universities are accepting Maharashtra State Board, so I think you're good to go. Cool. Okay, we have got another IT question, Rajiv. So I think people are, a lot of IT people are here. Cool. 12th
Yes.
Karnataka State Board, 65 in English. Also have 3 years of IT experience. Cool. So I guess you have IT experience after your bachelor's degree. So uh, we can try for IELTS waivers, but with 65%, it will be a little bit tricky, Srujana. But yeah, Rajiv can tell you a little bit about IT, industry in general in the UK. Because I think I read a couple of articles wherein UK is facing massive shortages in IT industry in general. So is
Yeah,
that true, Rajiv?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Saket. And one thing more, Srujana, that you have mentioned that 12th with the Karnataka State Board with 65 in English. I think if it's in 12th, you have done with 65 in English. But I don't know if you have, what was the score you have in your bachelor's. If you have 3 years IT experience, then definitely you must have some sort of score or marks in your bachelor's. Might that could help you as well. So that's what I said. Just you can speak with the LeapScholar. Might they look into it in more detail and they can apply for your waivers. And other than that, means if you're talking about the IT experience, if you have 3 years within within IT field, then it's always helpful. Means as just Saket mentioned that it's a massive demand for IT professionals within the UK market, and it is there from the last many years, and it will be there for next few years. And the reason being is the market is growing, and if you see, it means nowadays everybody is using app, everybody is on the everybody is having the websites, so
Yeah,
everybody wants to understand data, and everybody wants to make themselves present in the um, online. So this is the only reason, means the demand for IT experience or the IT professionals is increasing. And if you have experience, then the plus point for this is that you can easily start apply for the jobs once you land, once you start doing your course over here in the UK. Then
yeah,
as you arrive here, you can apply for the jobs, and you already have something to write down in your CV that you already had an experience. So this will be a plus point for you while you are looking out for the jobs. And also you can use the similar experience, and you can find out for the jobs within the similar job market. And so this will help you a lot, trust me. If somebody don't have any experience and somebody have an experience, it makes a difference, and it's
right.
good for you.
Cool. I hope that answers your question, Srujana. So, next question, I'll quickly take it. Abhishek Mathur. You want to apply for a PG diploma course in CNC, College of New Caledonia in British Columbia? Yes, you can. But again, I'm pretty much sure that January will be a little bit packed right now. Uh, but yeah, some colleges are still accepting applications for Jan 23. I would advise you to sign up for Leap Scholar as soon as possible, and we can help you with your applications. Cool. Next up, let me just sift through a few questions. Okay, now this is a very tricky question, Rajiv. I think you'll also have an answer for this. 14 years of gap, so that's too much. Uh, so what would you recommend to such profiles? I think for me it's like a very tricky profile. 14 years of
Yeah,
gap, as in I'm not really sure what you've done.
yeah, suck it for. I think the if somebody have that long gap of 14 years, probably if they're in the UK market, what happens? Means even for up to 15 years, 20 years, people change their field and they change their career. And if that is one of those scenarios that okay, he he or she means she was working somewhere in any other industry. Now they want to convert their career into a different field. So it's quite tricky, as you said. 14 years gap is really hard to explain, means what you were doing, why you didn't
Yeah,
continue 14 years back, and now you want to study in the UK. Means it's really hard to convince
yeah,
to the UK or the universities. Means whether someone is a genuine student after 14 years or not. But having said that, it's not impossible. Means if somebody have that some sort of an interest, if their interest has been changed, someone was working in the tourism field and now they want to work in an IT field
yeah,
because there's a boom in the IT sector, there's a boom in the somebody's more interested towards coding, and so that sort of scenario. So for that, I personally I suggest that they can might reach out to you guys specifically, and we'll discuss their case, and then probably you
right,
can guide a bit more in detail.
right. Okay, so Richa, you can enroll with us, and I think we would need to have a one-on-one session wherein we can decipher that why the gap was there, like Rajiv said. So yeah, there are possibilities. UK as a country is very flexible with
Yeah,
changing fields, because I've personally seen many people from marketing going into IT altogether. It's like totally different
mm,
field altogether. So it is entirely
yeah.
possible, but 14 years of gap is very, very difficult to explain. So I think we would need to sit one on one and discuss this. Uh, cool. I'll take one more question before I get Rajiv to give some quick tips and tricks to you guys. Good evening, sir. Do I need to take IELTS to apply for Masters in Clinical Research in Sunderland? You may not. Will depend on how much 12th grade score you had in English, Vamshi Krishna. So and plus, what is the time difference between your graduation years, 12th, and your bachelor's. So we would need to know more about you to give you a concrete answer. Sunderland, they do give IELTS waivers, but again, I would need to know more details. Cool, Rajiv. Before we say bye to you, any quick tips and tricks? I know. I think one thing I really want you to say, tell people that yeah, UK as a country has really good choices, as good as if you network well. I think you've been emphasizing a lot in your video. So what are some other quick, other tips or tricks or anything you would like to say to students who are studying,
Okay.
wanting to study in
And
UK?
okay, if somebody is looking to study in UK, then definitely some things you need to consider, something you need to keep in your mind, means before even coming here and after coming here. So if you are coming here for to study any course, means whatsoever, so first thing you need to do, you need to work on your communication skills. I think that is so many students, they are asking if we need to give IELTS, without IELTS can we go? Yeah, there's a possibility, there's a waiver, everything is there. But if you are thinking that you are too scared of giving IELTS and you are so worried about it, then definitely you have to think about it once again, because you need to work on your communication skills. That's really, really important. Whether you're working here, whether you are studying in the university, whether you are doing anything, and if you are thinking about sponsorship jobs, then definitely it will help you a lot. Communication is whatever covered in IELTS itself: speaking, writing, listening, reading. All these are one thing. Other than that, some basic IT skills you should have. IT skills, I mean to say Microsoft Excel, one of the basic thing. Everybody should and have a basic understanding or basic knowledge about MS Excel, because every company, wherever you go, they are looking for someone who can manage some sort of a sheets or anything within the MS Excel. Other than that, if you are someone in IT profession and you know that you are coming here to do software programming or data analytics, or if you are coming here for supply chain management and project management, so you can see means what sort of a demand within the market. If you are looking for a job profile and you read the job description and they say there's some specific skills and they are looking for, like for data analytics or data science, they need someone to know Python or Tableau or some data visualization. So
Yeah,
you can learn those skills while you are there in the India. Then this will help you a lot and this will save your time. Other than that, do networking. This, as just Saket mentioned, networking is really, really important. It will help you a lot. Trust me. And LinkedIn is a very good platform where you can
yeah,
connect with the people, connect with the professionals, and you can do a lot there. Other than that, once you apply, once you are here, once you're looking for a job, don't waste your time that, oh, once I complete my degree, then I will start looking for the jobs, then I will start looking for the sponsorship jobs, then I'll do this, then I'll do that. No, it won't come. The day you come here, okay, give yourself a time, 1 month, explore around and all those kind. After that, start looking around for the jobs, start looking around for your professional jobs. If you are here, means I know someone who came here as his the person is doing accounting and finance from here, masters,
right,
and he came into UK. After 1 week, he was doing his accountant job with one of the accountant. And
right,
the reason I always mention, go out, ask the people. If there's an accounting firm, if you are coming here to do accounting and finance, and if you have experience, there's an accounting firm there, just go, give them a call, cold calling, cold emailing, just use those skills. This will help you a lot. I think anything is possible in the UK, and there's a lot of
right,
opportunity available, but this is what you need to work on it, and have to you have to give you 100% and you have to work hard for
right,
that.
right. Cool. I hope that I hope that helps a lot of students who are attending today's session. So thank you so much, Rajiv. Thank you so much for joining us for today's session. And I believe it will your tips and tricks are going to benefit a lot of students who are attending the session today. Thank you so much. It was nice chatting to you again, and I hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, thank you, Sake. Thanks for calling me on this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Cool. Let us get back to answering more questions. Right. So we have a question from Chetan. Hi, sir. I have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering with 7.89 CGPA, and I want to do my master's in project management from UK. Is it possible without IELTS? Yes, Chetan, it is possible. But like I said, it will also depend on your 12th grade English score and which board you graduated from and whether that board is accepted by the university you wish to study at. So get in touch with us. A counselor can help you better. So there is a link which is in the chat box. You can sign up with LeapScholar, and you also get to attend a personal guidance session with me, which is happening at 6 p.m. today. So you can speak to me directly. Go sign up. It's just 199 rupees. Cool. Moving on to the next question. Mansi. Hi, sir. I want to study in the UK with some fully funded scholarships or fully funded scholarship. I have good grades in my 12th standard, but okay, so I don't have the proper question. Mansi, if I think you've done 12th and going, and I think you will be wishing to go to the UK for your bachelor's after 12th. So unfortunately, I don't think any 100% or fully funded scholarship is available at bachelor's level. However, some universities will be happy to offer you around, I would say, ranging between 2,000 to 15,000 pounds worth of scholarships, which will be around 2 to 15 lakh rupees for the course of 3 years. Uh, However, that being said, there are a number of scholarships available at master's level if you want to. So I would suggest if you're looking for fully funded scholarship, you can pursue your bachelor's in India and then maybe think of moving to the UK for your master's degree. I hope that helps you, that answers your question. Next up, question from Aman. I want to go abroad for higher study. Can I go without IELTS? Yes, Aman, you can. UK will give you IELTS waivers, but again, a lot of other factors will come into play, like your 12th grade English and which board you studied in. So get in touch with us, enroll with us, and we can help you shortlist the best options for you. Saqib Hamid, what about State Board of Jammu and Kashmir? Unfortunately, not many universities. I cannot think of any university which gives IELTS waivers for J&K board, Punjab board, Gujarat board, and Haryana board. So these are the 4 boards I can think of. Bihar as well and UP as well. Because these regions are considered as, I would say high risk regions by UK universities in terms of credibility of results of these boards. So unfortunately, these boards are not really accepted, Saqib, but what we can do is, in your case, we can try and apply to the university you wish to study at without IELTS. And if the university finds your overall profile relevant and good enough, we can think of an IELTS waiver. But again, we cannot make any promises at this stage. We can apply for conditional offer letters, but if the university gives you a condition to apply to appear for IELTS, you would have to unfortunately appear for IELTS. Cool. Surya Vamsi, ROI for BBA in finance in UK, and what about taking for this bachelor's? So ROI, Surya Vamsi, bachelor's is technically it's a 3-year program, so you would be spending a lot of money. So that's one thing. ROI, I would say it will depend entirely on what kind of university you study at. But again, if you study at a top ranking university, so the basic rule of the thumb is top universities tend to be expensive. So I would say if you aim to study at something like Imperial College or UCL or universities like Sheffield or Edinburgh, these will cost you northwards of £20,000 per annum, which means your 3-year degree can cost you anywhere between 60 to 80,000 pounds per annum per for the full course, which will be around 60 to 80 lakh rupees. So bachelor's is a very, very huge investment in the UK. Make sure you budget well. ROI will, I would say for a bachelor's, ROI will, I think it will take anywhere between 4 to 6 years to actually get your return on investment if you work in the UK. So that's ideally, I would say, the ROI period. Vamshi Krishna, I have scored 90 and 95 marks in English subject in intermediate. Okay, but I need to know which board. I think which board did you study at? Kunal, I will be completing my bachelor's in computer applications, which master's courses which you suggest. So Kunal, I think will depend on your interest area. So you can go for software, you can go for cybersecurity, you can go for networking. Data sciences is pretty good program with BCA, because I think you must have studied most of these subjects. So you can go for any course. It will depend on what you want to do, what interests you more. A lot of students also make a move to non-coding courses, which is maybe techno management programs. Uh, you can also do management programs if you wish to. So again, it will entirely depend on your career goal entirely. Cool, guys. Before I take more questions, just to remind you once again, we are holding a session at 6 p.m. today, which is exclusively for students who enroll with LeapScholar, with this link in the chat box. So if you want to speak to me directly on a Zoom call, on a video call, you want to discuss your profile with me, I'll be available from 6 p.m. And once you enroll, a link will be shared with you, and you can get in touch with me directly and get your profile evaluated, and I can suggest you some options and maybe discuss in general whatever you want to know from me. Next up, I have Sanchit. I have completed secondary education this year in PCM. Can I take nursing in Australia? PCM, so you don't have biology. Sanchit, it will be tricky. Australia as a country would, there are some universities which will require you to have PCB plus math. Like I can think of RMIT, they need math as well. But again, without biology, I don't see it happening. Not many universities will accept you, because biology is important. I think most universities will ask for biology as a subject in your 12th standard. Okay, next up, hi, my name is Pavan, agriculture graduate. What kind of masters you suggest? I want to do in plant sciences. Okay, for you, Pavan, I would recommend that you can check out both Canada and Australia, and plenty options out there. What kind of masters I suggest? It will depend on what kind of undergraduate degree you have. So Canada, if you have a three-year undergraduate degree, not many universities will accept you for a master's, but you can go for a PG diploma. However, Australia will be happy to accept you for for a master's program. See, what you want to do after in your masters will entirely depend on what kind of career aim you have in mind. So if you ask me, I'm not a agriculture student or agriculture graduate, so I'll not be the right person to tell you, okay, do this. But from the perspective of job growth, and in terms of how industry is shaping up, I can suggest you that you can check out food sciences as a subject. So it is open to people from agriculture background as well. So do check that out. And it's pretty much in demand, and it's growing like anything in both Australia and Canada. I hope that answers the question. Sai Ram Chaudhary, for construction, UK is best. Well, I think how Rajeev mentioned, just now, it's very important, Sairam, that you basically, excel at what you do, and you do a lot of networking to land a job. However, if I talk about the best job opportunities in terms of construction management or civil engineering in general, so I would say Canada would be a better option. I hope that answers the question. Venu Rani, I'm in BA, sir, and this is my final year in BA. So, which course is better for me in abroad? Bachelor of Arts, Venu. I would say I would need to know what kind of subjects you had. Did you study psychology? Did you study pol science? Did you study history? Did you study geography? But UK universities in general are very flexible with your overall career and overall undergrad degree. As in, Canada is very strict with your overall background, but UK is pretty chill that ways. And I have seen in my like in my career, I have seen a lot of people making a move. So I have seen someone from like I just mentioned, from a marketing background going into data sciences as well. So yeah, like you can also check out management programs, you can do education, you can do something like international relations, you can also choose to study psychology, if you wish. So I would need to know more about what you've done, what kind of subjects you studied, and then I can answer your question better. uh, Sritej, affordable top ranked university in the UK. So, top ranked university, Sritej, in my opinion, would be Russell Group universities are the top ranked universities in the UK. So these are like 24 universities, which include starting from Oxford, Cambridge, LSE, King's, uh, Queen's University, Belfast, Cardiff, Sheffield, Bristol. All these are like 24 universities are top ranked universities in the UK. And out of those, most affordable ideally would be Cardiff, QUB, which is Queen's University, Belfast. Uh, but again, they will again cost you for a master's program. They will again cost you somewhere between 18, 19 to around 22 to 23 lakh rupees. However, there are a few other universities which are not part of Russell Group, but again, they're very prestigious, like University of Essex, you can check. Brunel University is pretty renowned in the UK. You can also check Labro University, and you can also check out Strathclyde. So these are pretty good universities, pretty highly ranked. Uh, Other than that, Oxford Brookes University, it's a modern university which was established after 1992, and it is also pretty well known. Cool. So guys, I'll take one more question, and then in case your questions are not answered, we'll be holding a few more sessions over the next week, so you can attend those sessions. But I would highly encourage you to enroll with LeapScholar, and you get a personalized guidance from me. uh, I'm going to speak to a lot of students at 6 p.m. today, so if you want to speak to me, there is a link in the chat box, and from where you can sign up, and you get exclusive guidance from me. You speak to me directly, and I'll be happy to answer a lot of your questions. So I'm taking very important question from Taman Ahmed Azad. What is the most important component in the Ucas? Uh, so Taman, there is no, I would say, ideally there is no one component which is important. So universities abroad, they look at your overall profile. So not just your academics, they look at your LORs, they look at your SOPs, they look at your IELTS score, and whatnot. But ideally, I think the most important document, in my opinion, uh, is your SOP, because I've been speaking to a lot of university officials in the last few years. Like I've extensively worked in this industry for such a long time, and SOP is one document which gets picked up the first, and it is one document which makes or breaks your application. Why? Because most of these universities will not interview you. Some they do, but most of these universities don't. And your SOP is your chance to shine, wherein you tell the admissions committee, okay, this is what you have done in your life, this is what you have achieved, and this is what you want to achieve, and this is why you choosing a particular university or a particular country. So make sure your SOP is on game, it's on point, top of the game. Uh, Also, just letting you know, if you enroll with LeapScholar, just paying 199 rupees, we will help you with your SOP as well. We'll help you draft a rockstar SOP, which will help you get admits into your dream colleges. So make sure you enroll, and I hope I'll take one more question. I think I still have 1 or 2 minutes. Uh, Rajat, which intake did you apply for a month back and still didn't get any response? Because mostly September is closed, September 22. And January, if you applied for January intake, I'm pretty much sure some universities have started accepting January applications. So just wait for a few days, and because right now it's peak, in intake time, because September they're going to welcome September students, and after that they start processing January applications. But if you applied for September intake, I think it's pretty late. Cool. I'll take one more question. Right. Danush, I score of 5.5. Uh, Unfortunately, Danush, no, I would recommend you to take IELTS. and I think that will be beneficial. 5.5 is a very less score generally. Nobita, Nobi, right? Private colleges best for hospitality. UK, mostly all universities are public, barring I think four or five. And I'll not recommend going to a private college in the UK in general, because to get a post study work in the UK, you need to get a degree level qualification, and colleges usually don't offer degrees. So I hope that answers your question. Cool. Thank you, guys. Just before I leave, if you want to sign up, there is a link which is in the chat box. Go sign up. And for those who have signed up, I'll see you at 6 p.m. today. So just be patient. Someone will get back to you and they'll share the links with you. And we'll keep holding these personalized guidance sessions over the next few weeks. And yeah, I'll see you there. Thank you so much and have a great day ahead.